Ouch, bro. Trying to make my intro, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to the caveman on Instagram. I'm not sure if he's the same caveman on YouTube here. Your name is it's pretty identical, so huge shout out to you again, brother, for sending me this waterproof LED light for the GoPro. And this one's cool because it uses the same battery, and it's actually meant for the GoPro mount, and then the GoPro sits on top of the light. This looks identical to what Cletus uses on his GoPro rig. And right now I am going to open this up, mount it on my GoPro stick right there, and see how this looks. I think it's time for me to retire this guy. It did good for about 2 days, and yeah, I just think it's time for you to go. If you guys notice, I have a Downstar V1 washer as a spacer for my GoPro case here, because one of the legs on here broke off, and I need to compensate it with a washer. So why not you know, put a stylish looking one in there? So Downstar, if you're watching my videos, I need one that's like a blue or a purple. So just one, just saying. Okay, comes with a charger, and I'm going to assume the battery is already in here. No, it's not. Okay, well, oh, here it is. Got a little worried for a second. Oh shit. Damn. This, oh, it has settings. Two settings, bright. Oh shit, no, it has SOS light too. That is freaking awesome. 3 modes. And then it comes with this clip, which all GoPros do and accessories do. And this is gonna go on, oops, like so. Sickening. Alright, so I'm gonna stick this GoPro inside the case real quick, and I'm gonna go to the back of the garage over there and see how this works out. Well, here's the dark part of my garage, and there is the light. Oh my god. See, now I can use my other hand, because normally I have the LED holding this one and the GoPro on the other one, and now I'm just, oh, this is freaking awesome, guys. Now I can do like ghost adventure type of deals and just walk around the creek in the middle of the night or something. Huge shout out to Caveman. I truly appreciate you sending me. I truly appreciate you sending me this unit, bro. I'm definitely going to put it to great usage, and hopefully our night videos will be more visible for you guys to see, because I do want to show you guys what I am doing. It ain't sharing if you guys can't see it, right? So yeah, let's get started with today. So guys, yesterday, wait. Oh, alright guys, so yesterday we didn't get too much done, but we did get progress, because you know, progress is always better than no progress. And we got the GSR booster in place. We got lines bent into place. I'm not worried about how pretty it looks as long as it's fully functional. We got the engine in place, and we modified the B series header to fit the H22 head flange. I think today what I am going to do is attempt to port this intake manifold. So I'm going to be doing a stage 1 port, and a stage 1 port is pretty much just ovaling these guys out right here, right? And ovaling out this one as well. We're removing the valve as well too, so this guy and the valves are going to be gone. Ovaling out this guy right here, and ovaling out this guy right here. That's pretty much a stage 1 port. And stage 2 is pretty much taking out the webbing. 1, 2, 3, all these edges right here, and these edges right here, and not this one. As far as I've read, stage 2 doesn't take out this this wall in between once you knock out these webbing. and then you sharpen it out to give it a nice flow. Stage 3, you're pretty much cutting all of these walls out, and the bottom is going to be sharpened like a triangle, so the flow is more efficient, and there's no webbings on these two guys. So I might just do a stage 2, because these are easy to knock out and straighten out. Same goes for this guy. Knock all of these out, and then just knocking out this guy right here, and then sharpen out the center, triangulate it so the airflow is efficient. If I can get a picture, I'll slap it right here on the top. But yeah, I went to Harbor Freight. My tools are in the CRV. I bought the carbine tip, whatever I saw this dude using on YouTube, and it seems to work for him, and I'm gonna attempt to do it with the Harbor Freight bits. And if that doesn't work out, I'm pretty handy with my filers, so I can just do it old school and just file it down, because the manifold is a little more forgiving opposed to all the other intake manifolds out there. So I'll do that. I have a bunch of sandpapers that I can polish out. So I kind of jumped ahead here. The GoPro was at 2% when I was showing off my LED light. But the middle section right here, the spacer, I took off the valves and the rod, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand all these tabs nice and flat, try to give it a much smoother looking manifold, and I'm going to weld this hole shut right here as well as the other side right here. And the reason why I'm doing a stage 2 port and fully cutting this web out the center is because I don't want these holes to be existing here. The other guys, they JB welded it, but JB weld can break and fall into your combustion chamber or whatever the case is. Got this guy cut out of the top portion of the intake manifold, and it revealed a lot of surprises. So I cut that, and now we got 3 more friggin' holes exposed, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to go about that. The video I was watching didn't really explain this part other than JB welding these guys. I might try to whip out my aluminum welder and see if I can just patch it shut, so that way when I cut these down, it'll be nice and no hose exposed. I'm about to start cutting this guy right here. I already marked it out, and get this one prepared as well, so when I start cutting these, I could do them all at once. And this guy, I am probably going to have to use my Sawzall, but we'll get to that in just a second. I actually just forgot that I bought this like 2 months ago. It's a diamond cut, lasts 70x longer by Rigid. I'm gonna give it a shot. So the diamond will work really well, except the diameter of the blade itself did not fit on this guy, and it barely fitted on the Makita, and it really cut like through this fairly quickly, except the battery's dead now. The other one's charging, and it didn't fit on here. So relying back on the Harbor Freight cutting disc. So this is the bits that I bought from Harbor Freight. It comes in different sizes. There's another package that they have that has a lot more bits, but I bought this just because I don't want to spend more money for something that may or may not work. So I tried this one right here, this squared shaped looking pineapple thing, and it works. Like, don't mind the other ones. If you look at the back, you see those right there with the ripples on it. That's the bit going into work, and the only downfall is it really like cuts very effectively, and leaves a lot of like obviously deeper marks into the castings, but I will definitely go over this with sandpaper, because, you know, just trying to use the resources that I have and smooth it out. So I was trying to find different ways to cut the bottom portion of the intake manifold. This one's a lot further down that I have to cut into, and I tried using my Sawzall, but the batteries, they're just retired, and they keep dying fairly quickly. And then I tried using the cutoff disc, but it's too wide, so I can only go a certain distance before cutting into the, you know, the mating surface itself, like right here. This is on the drill, and the drill, obviously, like I said, keeps dying on the battery, so I can only do a little bit at a time. I spent a little bit of time in my room looking up Harbor Freight's website and my emails for coupons to find the die grinder, but it was $44.99 and there was no coupons for it. And the more I kept looking at the price, the more I was like, shit, I didn't want to buy it. But I found this guy hanging on the wall in the garage. I bought this in 2013 when I did my right-hand drive. I used it for spout wheel drill bits, and I pretty much threw the bit on here and just gave it a quick run, and it seems to perform really well, and I don't have to worry about battery because it is electric. So I am going to use this to cut these guys and that one. I still haven't popped that one off yet, but we'll get to it when I get far with these guys. This right here is the rough cut, and the rough cut is pretty much the stage of cutting before smoothing it out and polishing and all that other good jazz. Got this one just finished up. The bottom one, I'm not sure yet, but like I mentioned, I might want to port the throttle body area. Otherwise, I'll skip that for a future time. So I threw the spacer on the bottom half of the intake manifold, and luckily for me, I caught this. I don't know if you can see that hole right there at the bottom. That's from right here, seeing right through here. Okay guys, so I can only do so much tonight, and this is as far as I'm getting, because I need to find a way to cut this down a lot more, because I spent an hour with this guy, and I mean, it's cutting through, but an hour with that thing, my hands really like numb right now because of the vibration. So I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and see if I can find a different carbine cutting, grinding thing bit right here to chop this down faster. Cause my Sawzall, when I was cutting it, it wasn't cutting straight, so it left a chunk of this on the wall where I had to obviously grind it down, and it takes a lot more work to knock it out. And before I cut these guys right here, I'm gonna try to find something else that would cut it cleaner, faster, and closer to the wall, so it'd be less for me to cut down. So yeah, I am going to clean up right now and pretty much shut the garage for tonight. It is time to retire my Harbor Freight LED light. So this one's brand new, I haven't used it. And this one I've been using it for like 2 days. You can see the difference, you can't even see the on sign. But this guy, ooh-wee! Alright y'all, so continuation from the H22 manifold porting. I am actually spending my morning here at Johnny's house and finishing the job that I started like a week or so ago. We pulled the frame off, or portion of it, which is in the back. And I've been here for like a little over an hour now. And I just finished taking off the rest of the support that was still attached to the car. That one and that one. So now I am pretty much just going to hit the flap disc and get all the rust off of it, do some primer, weldable primer, and then we're going to put the new support on, massage this corner like I did my CRV to get the 10 mil to line up, and then we're going to fit the hood. He got the new fender, this fender, one of the headlight, and get the hood to latch. And if we can get that all nice and perfect, then I'm gonna start welding everything in and try to make it to the welding shop so I can go buy some carbine tips to continue finishing the port on the bottom half of the manifold. So this is how it looks now. Yo, this light is freaking awesome. So we're not done with the radiator support installation yet. It's not welded on because I forgot my tools to pull this frame out. I did the hammer and brick trick. I don't know where the brick went. And got it straightened out, but it's still an inch short right here. And the wrinkle is on the inside. So I'm gonna have to make a return to finish pulling this out, close the gap a little bit. And we still don't have a passenger headlight, but the driver's side is semi flushed. Bumper, everything's all lined up, but they're not bolted, it's just chilling there. The hood is from a two-door, so it's kind of different, but it's latched perfectly. And until we can get the headlight, I'll come back, pull the frame, weld it up, finalize it, and be done with this project. But for now, this will do. It's looking a lot more like a car. It's fucking light though. Alright guys, so I left Johnny's house not too long ago, but when I wrapped it up at his house, the welding supply shop was closed by the time I left his house, because we were just hanging out, chopping it up a little bit. And they sell a whole bunch of carbide tips for porting and stuff, and I don't know any other place that sells them. So I didn't grab any bits to further, you know, make progress on the ported manifold. But I will continue porting this in another video, like a part 2. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do as far as cutting these guys out, because my Sawzall is like really bad. And I've seen a few videos where people left this hump right here, and pretty much inside of all of the runners. And my goal is to get them nice and flat, like cut flat. That's why I'm trying to get like a bit that will chew that out a lot quicker. But I mean, it's very promising. But I'm gonna do a part 2 on these guys right now. Before I close the garage, I want to at least look at this harness, repair anything that needs to be repaired. Like you can see how these electrical tape are all old and the wires are exposed. Probably just gonna re-lume it with brand new electrical tape. And then this one right here, the knock sensor wiring, it's good, but the sensor is broken. And Johnny actually told me that there's 2 preludes in one of our junkyards, and I'm gonna try to see if I can go and snag a knock sensor tomorrow or sometime this week before intake manifold goes back on, just so it's easily accessible. Right there. But as far as the harness goes, these are OBD0, so I'm not even sure what size injectors are on the motor now, or what injectors they are, because OBD0 plugs. But I have 310s right here that I am going to use when I tune the car, if I tune the car. And then if we go turbo, I have these 1200s right here, just hanging out, all dirty. That's supposed to be for my CRX, except I'm probably going to go 1600s on those. I'm just going to repair the wires, like this one right here, the starter. Lumen up really nicely. Run, you know, like this right here, run water or a brake cleaner through it, get all the dirt off of it so the harness looks nice and fresh. And then I'm going to install it in the car. So I had a lot of people ask me in the comments about what harness I'm using for the CRX or EF in general. Ideally, you use a stock engine harness that belongs to the car. If it's an SI, use an SI. If it's a DX, use a DX. Multi-point converted, and you add in the necessary wires like the knock sensor if you're running it, the VTEC, the pressure switch, and you'll end up having this extra plug right here, which is technically the VTEC sub harness. And then you know, everything is ran and, you know, to their corresponding homes. Like on the B series, on an EF, when you do like the idle air control valve, the idle air control valve would technically run with the the TPS sensor. But on the H, because they're in front of the manifold, the idle air control valve, it's actually right here with the injectors, right here instead of over here, because that's where the idle air control valve is located, right there in front of the manifold. So to answer your guys' question, stock harness that belongs to the chassis. For DCs, for EGs, you pretty much same thing. You use a DC EG engine harness and wire VTEC and all that stuff accordingly, unless you just buy like the OBD1 conversion, VTEC conversion for cars that didn't come VTEC, like the DX models and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna finish unluming this, lume the new electrical tape on here, and get it put onto the car. That's pretty much for the engine harness. So I read a lot of the comments on yesterday's video on my phone throughout today, and I've been sitting here looking at this for a cool minute. I might just possibly make it into a side exit header on the driver's side. Ideally, here 90, these two will be stacked on each other. This two right here, pretty much just cut it and turn it, and then shorten this one to make it stack on this one, so to be 4 right here. And then I can use these guys right here, stack them on each other, and then shorten these guys up somehow and make the junction to 1 right here, and then make a 3-inch through the frame right here, and then out the bumper. I don't want to cut the bumper, but budget race car. I think it would be pretty cool if I successfully make a side exit header. Then I'll cut the bumper. I'll put a nice little like plate on the outside of it, so that way it looks dope. And if it spits fire, even better. But I'll save that for another day. It is late, and there are raccoons walking around right here. and they are scaring me each and every minute that I am out here. So I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the randomness of this video, the porting, fixing Johnny's Accord, engine harness, and raccoons. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to stick around for part 2 of the stage 100 port job on the intake manifold, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It will come out shortly. And again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.